Isaiah chapter 23. Here is a message about Tyre. Well, you large ships, for the port is too devastated to enter. From the land of Cyprus, this news is announced to them. Lament, you residents of the coast, you merchants of Sidon who travel over the sea, whose agents sail over the deep waters. Grains from the Sheol region, crops grown near the Nile, she receives. She is the trade center of the nations. Be ashamed, O Sidon, for the sea says this, O fortress of the sea, I have not gone into labor or given birth, I have not raised young men or brought up young women. When the news reaches Egypt, they will be shaken by what has happened to Tyre. Travel to Tarshish, wail, you residents of the coast. Is this really your boisterous city, whose origins are in the distant past, and whose feet led her to a distant land to reside? Who planned this for royal Tyre, whose merchants are princes, whose traders are the dignitaries of the earth? The Lord who commands armies planned it, to dishonor the pride that comes from all her beauty, to humiliate all the dignitaries of the earth. Daughter of Tarshish, travel back to your land as one crosses the Nile. There is no longer any marketplace in Tyre. The Lord stretched out his hand over the sea. He shook kingdoms. He gave the order to destroy Canaan's fortresses. He said, you will no longer celebrate oppressed virgin daughters, Sidon. Get up, travel to Cyprus, but you will find no relief there. Look at the land of the Chaldeans, these people who have lost their identity. The Assyrians have made it a home for wild animals. They erected their siege towers, demolished its fortresses, and turned it into a heap of ruins. Well, you large ships, for your fortress is destroyed. At that time, Tyre will be forgotten for 70 years, the typical lifespan of a king. At the end of the 70 years, Tyre will try to attract attention again, like the prostitute in the popular song. Take the harp, go through the city, forgotten prostitute. Play it well, play lots of songs, so you will be noticed. At the end of the 70 years, the Lord will revive Tyre. She will start making money again by selling her services to all the earth's kingdoms. Her profits and earnings will be set apart for the Lord. They may not be stored up or accumulated, for her profits will be given to those who live in the Lord's presence and will be used to purchase large quantities of food and beautiful clothes. Isaiah chapter 24. Look, the Lord is ready to devastate the earth and leave it in ruins. He will mar its surface and scatter its inhabitants. Everyone will suffer, the priests as well as the people, the master as well as the servant, the elegant lady as well as the female attendant, the seller as well as the buyer, the borrower as well as the lender, the creditor as well as the debtor. The earth will be completely devastated and thoroughly ransacked, for the Lord has decreed this judgment. The earth dries up and withers, the world shrivels up and withers, the prominent people of the earth fade away. The earth is defiled by its inhabitants, for they have violated laws, disregarded the regulation, and broken the permanent treaty. So a treaty curse devours the earth. Its inhabitants pay for their guilt. This is why the inhabitants of the earth disappear and are reduced to just a handful of people. The new wine dries up, the vines shrivels up, all those who liked to celebrate groan. The happy sound of the tambourines stops. The revelry of those who celebrate comes to a halt. The happy sound of the harp ceases. They no longer sing and drink wine. The beer tastes bitter to those who drink it. The ruined town is shattered. All of the houses are shut up tight. They howl in the streets because of what happened to the wine. All joy turns to sorrow. Celebrations disappear from the earth. The city is left in ruins. The gate is reduced to rubble. This is what will happen throughout the earth, among the nations. It will be like when they beat an olive tree, and just a few olives are left at the end of the harvest. They lift their voices and shout joyfully. They praise the majesty of the Lord in the west. So in the east Extol the Lord. Along the sea coasts, extol the fame of the Lord God of Israel. From the ends of the earth we hear songs. The just one is majestic. But I say, I'm wasting away. I'm wasting away. I'm doomed. Deceivers deceive. Deceivers thoroughly deceive. Terror, pit, and snare are ready to overtake you, inhabitants of the earth. The one who runs away from the sound of the terror will fall into the pit. The one who climbs out of the pit will be trapped by the snare. For the floodgates of the heavens are opened up, and the foundations of the earth shake. The earth is broken in pieces. The earth is ripped to shreds. The earth shakes violently. The earth will stagger around like a drunk. It will sway back and forth like a heart in a windstorm. Its sin will weigh it down, and it will fall and never get up again. At that time, the Lord will punish the heavenly forces in the heavens and the earthly kings on the earth. They will be imprisoned in a pit, locked up in a prison, and after staying there for a long time, they will be punished. The full moon will be covered up. The bright sun will be darkened. For the Lord who commands armies will rule on Mount Zion in Jerusalem, in the presence of his assembly, in majestic splendor. We're stopping here today. Next time we're starting from Isaiah chapter 25. I'll see you then.